Kirby's Adventure is a classic, and I'm not sure why this game is not talked about or appreciated more by Kirby fans. Although we got Kirby's Dream Land 2 just a couple years before this game came out, I feel as though Kirby's Adventure really sets the standard for Kirby games today, and I feel like this one should be looked at. Let's see how good Kirby's Adventure is. Kirby's Adventure was developed in 1992 to 1993, however due to the limitations of the NES, it made things quite hard to make this game. For the system, the NES was already 8 years old at the time. The game was worked on, and the ambitious title and the skilled programmers got the game to work. The game was released in May 1993 under the name Kirby's Adventure. Kirby's Adventure plays exactly like a regular Kirby game, but unlike the last Kirby title I looked at, this game has abilities, and this was actually the second game to have them in the series. For this game, you double tap on the right directional pad to move faster and A to jump. To have Kirby float, you'll have to press the directional pad up and Kirby flies. Now, one thing with this is, I'm not keen on the controls for flying. I cannot tell you how many times I wanted to go right only for me to press up and then Kirby float. It can result in getting hit more often than not. Up also can have you open doors, so when I'm trying to float up, I accidentally sometimes will open the doors. Honestly, this is not a huge flaw, but still a minor annoyance. The control other than that is super tight and smooth. I feel really controlled with Kirby when I play this game. I like that if I die, it's because I was stupid, with a good level design instead of dying to crappy level design. The only thing about this game is you can cheese a few levels because level design is too easy. Nor will I ever complain about having a game be easy, but the level design can be too easy at some points. The abilities in this game are a ton of fun, as well there are a freak ton to choose from. My favorite ability being Sword. This can really cut enemies down to size. They also have basic ones like Beam, Cutter, and Parasol, just to name a few. I won't go into all of them, but I will talk about a couple. The UFO is really awesome because you can fly around and shoot beam. And jump makes you jump extremely high, I mean really high. The abilities in this game are fun and they're awesome to use, but my one complaint about some of them is that the items are just situational. Like Wheel, for example. In high speed sections it is a great ability, but not in combat. I wish they would have made more powerful abilities for you to use in combat, as in I wish all of them had the same amount of power. The bosses in this game are really fun. I really like fighting them, however a couple of bosses are annoying, like the Sun and Moon. Man, fetch these guys. They are the most annoying boss in Kirby history. I hope HAL never makes a mistake of making a boss like this. The graphics in this game are really good for an NES game. I feel as though they went into great detail for the animations in this game. I love how this game looks in the 8-bit era. It is one of the best. The music and sound in the game is oh my goodness, it is so good. I'm not a huge fan of 8-bit music, but the music in this game is amazing. It's one of the best NES soundtracks I've ever heard, and honestly the care was taken with the soundtrack. It is awesome and I love it so much. The sound honestly sounds like an 8-bit Kirby Superstar game. The sound's really good and it complements Kirby's Adventure. The sound and music is awesome and it really makes the game even better than it is, which is really good. The plot for Kirby's Adventure starts with King Dedede taking all the Star Rods and scattering them across Dreamland. Kirby is to rescue Dreamland again, and after getting through all the levels and bosses and getting all 7 rods, Kirby fights King Dedede, defeats King Dedede for him to pick up the final rod, and to put it into the fountain. After putting it into the fountain, a huge ball mass fights Kirby defeats him, and then the final fight with Marx ensues. After defeating Marx, Dreamland is once again saved, thus ending the game. The story is just a typical Kirby story, nothing really spectacular, however I love the version of Marx in this game. This is his best look, he looks so freaking dark and evil and I love it. Kirby's Adventure is really a fun time. I love how this game plays, and I love the game's music, along with the gameplay, graphics, and sounds. This makes the game awesome, and I'm sure you will find all something to enjoy when playing this game. The only real flaw is the flying controls, but honestly the controls aren't too bad when flying. They just might be more tight when doing basic platforming moves. With that, I give the game score a 9.3 out of 10. This is a solid entry in the Kirby franchise, and definitely one of those turning the corner moments for Kirby. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next episode.